How easy has it been, or what your impressions on just assimilating Jarvis Landry into the group, into the receivers room, and how he's been received, etc.?
I think naturally he's just being himself, so it makes it a lot easier, I think, for anybody. But we're like as a receiver unit, we're a close knit group of guys, just all together normally, and he came in and made that group just that much more tighter knit. So he's a natural fit for us.
How much does adding a player like him help you?
Tremendously, it definitely does make a huge difference as far as like competition level within the same group of guys. Making sure we stepping up every rep and every play we got that we're on out there at the same time. Instinctively, I think we're just competitive by nature, what makes it that much better for me. And I think it does the same for him. But his football IQ, his awareness of the game, him knowing where he's supposed to be at, it's a benefit to not only me but the entire offense. So
How would you contextualize how things are going for you?
pretty good. I mean, I'm excited to be out here more than anything. New offense, been able to pick it up pretty well. Despite learning a new one last year for me and then another new one this year. But it's nothing necessarily new. I've been in this situation a few times. I've learned new offense, but it's been really fun and been exciting to work with Coach Haley though.
Hey Josh, we were going through your resume before. When was the last time that you went through a complete off-season where you were able to participate in everything and you were good to go?
Never. I never had OTAs. I've never been a mini camp before. This is my first time doing all of this. So it's like, that's what I said a minute ago, like it's exciting just to participate in football at this time of year. I never got to do it. So it's awesome.
Josh, how have you changed as a man over time?
I mean, I think it's probably some other people. You could probably find a better answer, from other people asking them how they respond or what they see in me. But for me, it's like I'm trying to stay consistent on what I'm doing more than anything, as opposed to like looking back to what specifically how I could do like what I could do differently more so than like it's what's working right now. Kind of like don't adjust it. Kind of stay the course and stick to what I'm doing, and that's like being a professional here and then at home. Um, Being a family member, being a father, being a brother, being a son, stuff like that. It's like it's not too complicated. So it didn't seem like too much at this point for me to
When the
take
Browns
on.
drafted Antonio Callaway, John Dorsey came down and he talked to us about the support structure within the organization. And so along those lines, how much have you benefited from that support structure that John Dorsey has told us about as far as helping you with everything that you've gone through and helping you stay on the path that you need to if you're going to be able to play?
It's definitely night and day, I think, from when I first got here till now. It's a resounding difference in like the amount of support that I've received from upstairs, just from anybody, from the equipment staff, the field crew. If there's any little thing I may need help on, there's somebody there to help me with it, and I greatly appreciate it. People going over and beyond, out of their way. Um, Whether I reached out and asked for it or not, people just checking in, and I couldn't ask for anything more than that in an organization, or just anybody that's a friend or that cares about a human being. So I think for Antonio, I think he's in the best place he could be. I'm not saying other organizations can't do that, but I definitely like what Mr. Dorsey's doing here. He's behind his players and believes in his players 100%. And the guys he brought here have that same mentality. It's a real family-like dynamic here, and I enjoy it.
Hey Josh, how often do you think about where you were a year ago and how far you've come?
Um, when I do find myself looking, like just reminiscent of what's transpired in my life, really just blessed, man, and thankful. Right now, for me, it's a bunch of the small victories day to day. Just being able to come to work. Like the little things. Having some structure in my life. Um, just really the gratitude more than anything. That's just what I'm thankful for. As opposed, cause I could be anywhere. You could be anywhere in the world doing something that you don't love to do. And I'm fortunate enough to be out here, trying to give 100% at something I couldn't imagine myself, having that much fun doing anything else. So it's like it's a tremendous opportunity.
Josh, did the structure and your willingness to accept that structure? Did they kind of coincide, come along at the same time for you? In your
I think it's just a
development?
combination of like life on life's terms type of thing, and having to come to terms with what's going on in my life and trying to adjust and being able to cope with everything all at once, in a healthy way. So
What impact do you think it will have on you to have OTAs and to have a mini camp and be around for a whole off season?
it's a huge upside as far as like a offensive side of things goes. You got that much more experience and time with the quarterback relationship and rhythm and the players, the continuity just all around. Building that's something that can't be fabricated and it can't be rushed. And so the time that we're here, even in the time that we're outside of here, I try to spend as much time with the guys as possible, and they seem to want the same things, and I think that just breeds a culture of people that want to win and willing to do anything to win. So with this time given, I think I've been able to just try to make the most of this period.
You talked about some rust last year. Obviously, we went back for 5 games and what have you. Where are you from a physical standpoint from where you were at the end of last season?
Much better, I feel. That's also to your last question. What this time that did for me was definitely help you get in football shape, and really build your wind up to run that many reps and then know what to expect going into training camp as opposed to just going to training camp and getting shot right away. You kind of know what to do and know how to train. So it's good to have this build up into that, and it's definitely useful more than anything.
I've talked to a couple of people that have mentioned that they think that you'll make a really good mentor for someone like an Antonio Callaway who comes in here with, a little bit of baggage and stuff like that. Do you find yourself mentoring him, and does that also help you?
I talk to him all the time. We talk every day, and I know how it is. Definitely being in that scenario, you don't necessarily want outside pressure, just prying into your life and trying to get you to open up. Like naturally, he's just being himself, and that's all I want him to do, and just be able to know to focus on the game and at the task at hand for right now. And I think the best way for me to try to get that across to him is to show him that somebody dealing with the same issues right now, currently, and this is what I'm doing and how I have to adapt to this new lifestyle or just being a professional. But I've known Antonio since he was at Florida, and we were training together in Gainesville, and I've seen him then, and I've seen him now. He's come a long way, but he's got a great attitude, great guy, and he's a great football player more than anything. So.
Josh, I know some things are personal, but I ask you this because there might be people who might read your story and it might help them. Can you talk a little bit more specifically, if you want, about, you said little victories in the daily, kind of going day by day. What kinds of things you do each day, what your life entails now that it didn't before, things like that?
Well, like the small victories to me is like just getting up and not having to worry about, whether or not, you have some type of security or place to stay, or like just spending time with my daughter. For that fact, I didn't have much time, didn't get to spend any time with my family like that in the past, and being there with friends, working towards the future. Like to me, they might seem like little things, what anybody else could plan for the future, plan ahead. To me, those are things I look forward to do, and I take pride and enjoy. And so it's like even coming here to work, being able here to talk to guys and see guys' expressions and interact with them, I take a lot of joy in that. So a lot of little things, man. It's just.
What has been the toughest adjustment for you?
The toughest adjustment, I guess right now it's probably the new playbook, because I was just getting the last from the last 5 games. So right now, that's probably been the most recent difficult task, I think. But it's coming along a lot smoother, and I'm definitely getting there. So other than that, everything's been pretty good. Yeah.
How good when you look out there and you see Jarvis out there and you've got Corey and Antonio? How good can this receiving core be?
I think we're the best receiving core in the league, in my opinion, already, just based off of talent alone. So you put in a playbook and some guys that are hungry enough to go do it, and hopefully we go out there and show and prove that. But that's just my opinion. But it's not short on talent at the wide receiver position at all, not at all.
And do you feel like you can get back to your Pro Bowl level?
I plan on exceeding those expectations, exceeding those goals, and everything that I've done in the past, and just kind of building upon it. And more than anything, I really just want to win. And whatever it takes for me to get some wins and do my part, where I leave like no doubt, no question in anybody's mind that Josh did everything he could do to try to get us a win or get us a win, then, you know, I could walk away with whatever the stat line is. More than anything, I'd rather be a winner.
One of the questions these last couple of years has been, you know, with you is dependability. Can we count on Josh? Is he going to be there? Do you feel like you've shown Hugh, you've shown John Dorsey that they can count on you, that you can be that dependable weapon for them?
I think that's just situational to everybody's, you know, timetable. For me, I think that's just something, like if it was me and if somebody else in that position, it has to take time. It takes effort and, you know, and things being proven. And that's just something that can't be rushed. So I'm not expecting anything, but I do know they support me, and I know that. So.
I've been seeing some of Antonio Callaway's Instagrams where he shows pictures of his daughter and says that she's the reason why he's kind of getting his act together and getting his life together. Can you sort of relate to that a little bit now too?
Most definitely, most definitely. Family is a huge motivational factor, and it's an external source that ends up, you know, being internalized and pushing you to a limit that you never knew was really there. So I definitely use my family in the same way, and it definitely helps for sure.
The fact that Todd Haley worked with a guy like Antonio Brown and just how prolific a receiver and player he is, how much does that motivate and excite you now knowing that that's the coach you get to play for?
It's very exciting. I mean, the mere fact that he's coached several teams with multiple receivers, had over 1,000 yards, over 100 catches. It's incredible the amount of numbers. You know, you're just hoping that the translation is somewhat similar or the same, if not better. So that's why I think us as receiver core, we know we want to do everything we can to try to capitalize on all those opportunities that we know we'll be getting. So we need to be in the right place at the right time to make sure that happens.
Josh, I imagine there are some fans and maybe even somebody in this building who are still holding their breath, crossing their fingers. The recovery continues where it appears to be going. Are you at that point, or where are you as far as how you're doing?
To me, it's just one day at a time. You know, you got today, and that's all we're really given. You know, and the next day I'm blessed with the opportunity to wake up, try to attack it with the same mentality and mindset, and have the same perseverance, same set of goals, and try to stick to that day by day, you know, as opposed to looking way down the road and worrying about 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. All we have is today, so.
Since we won't see you or talk to you after today, what are your plans prior to camp and the break? After minicamp? After
minicamp, I plan on coming back in the best shape that I've ever been in for training camp, and you know, looking to really make a big splash.
Where do you go?
I'll be here. I'm staying here. Yeah, I'll be staying here, and I'll try to bring a few trainers up here, and I'll be working out right there in the facility.
Have those 24-hour periods gotten easier for you as time goes along in terms of not white-knuckling it through them or anything like that?
Oh no, you definitely don't want to be white-knuckling it through it. There's a lot of other factors, contributing factors that go into that to try to alleviate some of that stress and that pressure that you may feel at any point in time. But no, it definitely gets easier as time goes on. Day after day, you know, you feel a lot less anxious or whatever the case may be. But it gets easier as time goes.
You've seen so many quarterbacks in your time here. What's your observation about what you're looking at now, Tyrod Taylor and Baker?
Most talented quarterbacks I've seen come through here, by far. It's gonna be an interesting thing to watch the quarterback battle go on. But we got a proven guy in Tyrod. We got a young talented guy in Baker. I don't see how it goes, how it can go wrong really. More than anything, I think that's, again, us as receivers and me speaking on myself, is all I could do is make sure that I'm doing everything I could do to try to match Tyrod's level of intensity, his focus every morning. He comes in, he's the first guy in here, he's the last guy to leave. I don't know a quarterback that works harder than Tyrod, you know? So he's definitely set the bar, you know, and then Baker, he's right behind the guy and looking up to a guy that could show him the exact things you need to do to be a great professional quarterback in this league. So from the quarterback standpoint, I think we're really set, really good.
Hey Josh, what have you seen from Denzel Ward so far?
He's as quick as a cat, man. Like it's just naturally his natural ability to recover back to the ball after it's been thrown. He's insanely quick, surprisingly fast, and can pop up and come down and knock a ball down, even after you think you beat him. So like that's something that not all DBs just have instinctively or naturally, and I think that's really what probably separates him from any other DBs, I guess, in this past draft. But hopefully that can translate for him going into the season, because it's rough for rookie DBs in the NFL. So hopefully the learning curve is real brief for him.
Last week when we asked Baker Mayfield about you, he said, "I've never seen anything like him." What kind of sort of vote of confidence or whatever compliment is that for you to hear?
It's a definitely a great accomplishment, and Baker's my guy. We're real good friends, and it definitely means a lot. I think it's just to me more than anything. I think it's just kind of a testament to show the amount of work I've been putting in over a period of time, and it's not just going to waste, and then somebody is taking notice of it, you know. And he just happened to speak on it more than anything. I'm not looking for any type of verbal reinforcement, anything like that. I don't need it, but definitely appreciative for the compliment. So.
Can you remember a time when, going off the way you approach it and what you're saying, a time where you felt as mentally healthy as you do right now?
I feel pretty good right now, man. Life is great right now. And that's kind of all I know. You know, life is good now, so, yeah.